Lama Domba Jumden de Jin Shaba Rajumba Yandaba Zobe Riba Dan Shazo Demba Devara Sheba Jidin Jemba Jivun de Vegalo Adame Nanje Domba Sanje Jumden de Banjawa Shaja Duba Raja Shada Jazu Jiwa Lama Domba Jumden de Jin Rajumba Yandaba Zobe Bada Jazu Damba Devara Sheba Jidin Jemba Jivu Devegalo Ameba Lada Minim Ji Domba Sange Chumdin Deba Jawa Shaja Duara Jaza Jazu Jivu Lama Domba Chumdin Dejin Sheba Rajumba Zave Sanje Riba Dan Shazu Damba Devara Jamba Jivu Devegalo Jiva Ada Minanje Tomba Sanje Chumden Deba Jawa Shaja Duba Jaza Kande Ganye Tsuwo Chudam De Sachen De La Gomba Dumbo Ne Manye Jiden Dina Tete Keva Jula Chata Lo Nanda Chodo Susan Wa Yishi Gyasu Seje Rumbo Na Dawa Jiden Suna Lame Gombo Chunye Jula Chata Lo Tsenda Dawa Jimin Dawe Jazeda Dawa Jula Chata Lo Dunja Jura Siva Suma Jinyame Tejen Jula Chata Lo Suje Jiden Ba Tamje Kimbe Tamba Bo Suna Yunden Kyasu Tejen Jula Chata Lo Dabe Doja Dawa Gyögewe Ngeswa Le Jigo Deda Jujo Wa Jigyo Jula Chata Lo June Jwe Layan Lava Dala Radu Ne Jinge Tamba Yunden Dege Layan Zala Chata Lo Jwe Jula Chata Lo Gedun Dala Chata Sumla Dadu Guja Chate Weba Tamje La Jingu Gunya Janye Jelu De Baye Nangu Debe Chate to not commit any unwholesome action, engage in perfect wholesome action, subdue one's mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. Read the English.
A star, a defective view, a borderland, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see causative phenomena as such.
Recognize the hallucination. Action object of the phenomena. That which appeared not merely labeled by mind, something real one. It doesn't exist at all, even the slightest atom of that. There. What exists, what is merely imputed by the mind, not that. So that's reality. But those who realize the emptiness and those who direct perception of emptiness, and especially Buddha, who doesn't have a truly existent, who doesn't have truly existent appearance, who doesn't have hallucination at all. See everything, all is empty. You are totally empty. Your action totally empty. Objects totally empty. The Narak is totally empty, enlightenment is totally empty, samsara is totally empty, liberation is totally empty, happiness is totally empty, problems are totally empty, everything. Everything, all the phenomena are totally empty. They're on inside. So meditate on this. How they see. Lama English.
Through these merits, may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foes of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. I prostrate to the Arya Rinpoche. Thus did I hear at one time the Bhagavan was dwelling on Master Vulture's mountain in Rajagriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound professional wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara: how should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activities of the profound professional wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shavarati Putra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughters of the lineage who wishes to practice the activities of the profound professional wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Not other than form, form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition of factors in consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness, without characteristics, unproduced, and stainless, not without stains, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composition of factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no objects of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on, up to including no mind element, and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinctions of ignorance, and so on, up to including no aging and death, and no extinctions of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the professional wisdom, the mind without obscurations and without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the professional wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the professional wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth since it is not false. The mantra of the professional wisdom is declared: Dayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasamgade Bodhi Soha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound professional wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from the concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying: Well said, well said, it is like that. One should practice the profound professional wisdom, just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Bhagavan having thus spoken, the Venerable Shavarati Putra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding the entire word of gods, humans, and Gandharvas were overjoyed and highly praised as spoken by the Bhagavan.
Next one.
I prostrate to the gathering of Dakinis in the three chakras, who abide in the holy yoga of losing space by a powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, look after practitioners like a mother, her child. Aga samala tashadara samaraya peyaga samara.
Makasamara Dajadara Samara Pe Tayato Magata Adavasamade Bodhi So Power controls
outer hindrances be transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be pacified. Shintim Kuruye Soha. May all negative forces opposed to Dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from problems and harmful conditions to Dharma. May all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma. And may there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness here right now.
So with the short 7 practice, so the meditations what I explained before, touch as much as possible.
Page 16.
So so here, the Lambram visualization, elaborate meditation field, you can use that. One can't do that, just visualize Guru Shakyamuni Buddha. That's all the that's all the Guru. Number Buddha, number Dhamma, number Sangha, number statues. And so that if you can think the elaborate visualization meditation field, that. However, it is all this a manifestation of one. So all this how many there are? See, and visualize 1,000 or billion or whatever. It's all one. The root of virtuous friend. That. So see, so here you have to understand. You see, of course, there's Tsongkhapa. There's aspect of Tsongkhapa there. So normally people think. You see, here the main meditation is Tsongkhapa, and also the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. The Gandalajama. You visualize the abscessum, his father to heart to heart disciples. Yeah. So I think the main meditation is Tsongkhapa. See. So here actually it's not. You have to understand. Actually it's not. Here the main meditation is the root guru. You have to understand that. Root guru. The main focus. You see, all these are embodiment, manifestations of the root guru. See, so that starts Lama, Rosang, that's what happens then. Tuwang, Shadibuddha, Dojichang, Lama, Rosang, Tuwang, Dojichang. So start with the Lama. You see, so So that's what the creator is. The real, the creator, the originator of your all the happiness, past, present, future, all the realizations. You see? So the creator of all this, who manifests all this, where all this marriage field came from. The lineage lamas from Shakyamuni Buddha, you see, the lineage lamas of the extensive path, part of extensiveness and part of profundity. So the lineage lamas blessing, so Lama, Losang, Tuang, Dusang, Lama, all that you see, that's the root, that came from everything from that. Then you see from there, Losang came from there, Mighty One, Sakyamuni Buddha. From there, Dojisang. See, so that. So what we have to understand is that. So that's how the name Lama, Losang, Tuang, Dojisang. See, so here men meditation, Tsongkhapa and all that. So then if you think men meditation, Tsongkhapa, then you didn't understand. You didn't really understand the Guru Yoga, the very point of Guru Yoga, the very point of this whole entire visualization. Didn't understand the real point. You see, you left out the Guru Yoga. You see, left out the Guru Yoga, missed out. So that you see. So then say separation from the Guru. Then you see, then it doesn't become Guru. It doesn't become Guru Yoga. It doesn't become Guru Yoga. Of course, you collect a lot of merit, but from Buddha, yes, that's all that. But or seven practice, but we see other things, yes, but it doesn't become Guru Yoga. So because you left out the Guru, you see. So they think they meant Tsongkhapa. So also the Lama Tsongkhapa, also the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. Yeah. So they say the creators, the men from whom you receive all your three-time happiness and all the realization, everything you see, up to enlightenment, everything, the Guru, I say. The Guru. So Guru and the manifestation of Lama Tsongkhapa, and to have disciples. So because so realizing one, and then you see, yeah. So they say realizing one. Then the seven practices, then purifying the development, the karma, particularly quality with the Guru, and then see common visualization, the attaining 6 types of realization and wisdom. That then there's a particular uncommon, you see, secret visualization, Lama Tsongkhapa. So Lama Tsongkhapa. So there's of course, basically same. Basically same is yeah, there was no Lama before we came to Kapon. There's no Lama Zopa. Zopa is there, but no Lama is there. No Lama. Lama Pasang, Lama Lundru. Lundru Pasang, so there's no Lama. But after coming to Kapon, there's a Lama Pasang, Lama. Okay. That's okay. But special master Lama Zopa, then they call Lama. See? So in India, Nepal, anyone like even the Nepalese political leaders, some Sherpas, some Sherpas from the mountain who become the political leaders. There's many lamas, Lama Tende, Lama Babu, Lama Tende. There's many lamas. And in India, India who are Tibetan, not particularly Tibetan, but Sherpa, the Himalayan ridge, you see, who speak Tibetan. They call they're police, they call Lama this, Lama that, Lama this. They're able to speak there, not Tibetan, but from Himalaya, Sherpas or say near Darjeeling. So it's able to speak Tibetan. They call Lama. All those police are called Lama. Lama this, Lama that, Lama this. So it's anyway. That's saying. Of course, of course, you can think everything's your guru. You see, Lama this, Lama that, Lama this, Lama. Of course, you can think all the sentiments in Buddha. You can think that, or that is mentioned in the teachings. You think Buddha, only you think the guru. You see, especially your enemy. I think that's guru. It's very good. You see, so who, who criticize you, who get angry with you, think guru. So I think it's very good. Visualize guru, think guru. So however, Lama Tsongkhapa. So see not quite like that. What I mentioned before, those examples here, not like that. Shouldn't think like that. Here, Lama Tsongkhapa. So root guru in aspect of Tsongkhapa. Root guru, one is with the Tsongkhapa, heart. One no separation, one being manifested Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa. This is how one should think, meaning of Lama Tsongkhapa. Like that. So even the Lama Tsongkhapa, that's the main focus of the root, also root guru. Let's see, the same essence as the aspect. So I guess here, Lama Tsongkhapa is uncomparable. I mean learned ones Kanchen Kebe, Zujian Zongaba, Kanchen Kebe, Zujian ornament of the crown of the learned ones in Snowland, Tibet. Kanchen Kebe, Zujian Zongaba, the top, Zongkhapa, so Zongkhapa, Losan Tabishal, so Losan Takpa. At your feet, I make requests. So you see the essence of the root guru. Then you see by looking at one, then you see those special qualities what Lama Tsongkhapa has. Most unimaginable, special, benefit, limitless guys benefit the sentient beings and to the teaching of the Buddha. Limitless means special benefit to the teaching of the Buddha. You see, clarification of the teaching. Explain the teaching of the Buddha clearest way. See, no mistakes. No mistakes. The very subtle, subjects. So all that quality, see. So you will read Lama, you will read the Guru Lama. See, no separation. Just same mind. You see, same. So to be the aspect. So all those qualities what Lama has, then you're looking at also root guru, you see, quality like that. So to develop the devotion, see. By seeing one, develop devotion, then you see receive realizations, blessing, then through blessing receiving realizations apart from enlightenment. So that sort of so here Lama this here, there's the Lama Chepa or the Lama Medical. So that you see. So the main focus is not Tsongkhapa. The main focus is the root guru. Lama Losam, therefore Lama starts with the Lama. Doesn't start with Tsongkhapa. Doesn't start with the Shakyamuni Buddha. See, Lama first. Lama, Rosang, Tuwang, Lujichang. Then all the rest. So, so one has to understand this way. One has to look at this way. So it seems many people perhaps might think, you see, the main focus is on but no, that's not. See. So I have to really understand the very point, the very heart of the meditation, is the very essence. So otherwise you leave that, then it doesn't become Guru Yoga. So how many hours you do practice, it doesn't become Guru Yoga. Practice to that. So the Lama Losang told us, if you think it's like all the in India, all the police, all those from Himalaya mountains, they go Lama this, Lama that, Lama this. If you think like that, then then you lost the point. Here if you think like that, then that's not being Guru Yoga. You lost from very beginning. You lost the very point. From very beginning of the practice, you totally lost the main point, the heart is missed out. So I just thought bring up that. But sometimes when they ask, this is meant Zhonghaba, you see. Not that I hear from Western students, not that from the issue or some, from the monasteries, sometimes we're not having well taught, you see. So, so I think it's meant Zhonghaba. So we do the some practice by chanting, then slowly chanting, then do the meditation. It gives time to meditate. Okay, that was probably the prostration. Meditation is over. All the offerings here. The offerings in my room there. Nature and bliss. All the offerings that catch the chilling up to the house. All the extensive offerings. And flowers outside, inside. So many thousands of light offerings. So many water offerings, food offerings. And I met a Buddha, I met a Pure Land, Washington, all the flowers outside, inside. So many thousands of light offerings, wow, so many water offerings, food offerings too. Nature, it was a nature infinite bliss. Now, I met a Buddhist center in Singapore, then they had 100,000 light offerings, the extensive offerings. Children's center, Penang, they did 40,000 light offerings with them that night time. Then couple upstairs, all the extensive offerings offered by Jen and Venerable Jen and all in the all extensive offerings. There was all the in all the FPMT center gone by, okay, which are nature, which are all in nature infinite bliss. Then Thailand house in Singapore is remotely all the offering there, all the crystal glass, all the crystals in the water, some of the water offering. Also leading to houses, that's the Lama Malaysia, all the offerings there offered by her maid, Philippine maid. So many of those offerings are offered by the Philippine maids. Even though the kitchen, they make offering, water offerings. So there was one maid in Singapore, say, Derago. The particular, really connected Dharma after he met Rinpoche. Special connection. So there was one maid who was making offering at all in the shrine room. So the one maid was to make offering to meditate. She had some sicknesses, and then she prayed not, but she offered offering to medicine Buddha. Then her sickness got recovered. The medicine Buddha statue or the picture she made offering, and her sickness got recovered, so she generate much faith. That you see. So they were normally they were Christian. But they like to make water bowl offerings. Yeah, I'll make offering. Make it so excess offering. All the marriage field, Lama also told us that every marriage field. Every major field has nobody's pulse. Every pulse is all the gurus, or every pulse is a complete major field. They're all the gurus. All the major field is a manifestation of gurus. When they generated infinite bliss within them. So do this. You can do this over and over. Prostrate, make offerings. Generated infinite bliss. Prostrate, make offerings. Generated infinite bliss. Prostrate, make offerings. Generated infinite bliss. Purified completely of the defilements, negative karma, collected from beginningless rebirth. With the Buddhist mind, from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth. Then you see the everything negative karma collected with the relationship with the Guru, they harm the holy body, and they rise in inherits anger, and given up after having a connection, the Guru, then disciple, they give up the Guru, and the rise of the non-diversion to rising, all those heavy karma, the heaviest karma, collected from beginningless rebirth, completely purified, gone. There is no slightest karma collected with the Guru left in the mental continuum. Please rejoice. First 2 or 3 times, as I explained last time. Please remember that. How to make your mind happy, feel happy as a book. Without merit, there's no success at all. No single happiness at all. So the merit is so precious. So I've collected this precious merits from beginningless rebirth. How fortunate I am. Oh, how happy I am. So we go over there, feeling happy, genuinely happy, more happy. It's all your future merits as well. How happy I am, how happy I am. Now rejoice all sentient beings' merits. So from that they achieve all the happiness up to enlightenment, liberation, samsara, enlightenment, all the happiness, temporal happiness. So how wonderful it is, how wonderful. Bodhisattvas, they collect merits only for us sentient beings, dedicated for us sentient beings, to achieve all the happiness up to enlightenment. So how wonderful it is. Which is all sentient beings' merits, okay? Past, present, future. How wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Maybe able to collect that much merit for the benefit of each and every single system, that much merit collected. The number of damage the Bodhisattvas, may have collect that much merit for the benefit of each and every single system. The other day, I didn't specify the part of the dedication there. So, in case yeah, might help somebody has no idea. And then So the sutra requested by Lord Gyatso to Buddha, that mentioned that so if you put one drop, if you put a drop of water, you put drop of water into the, if you put a drop of water into the ocean, then you see until the ocean get dried out, into the ocean finishes completely. The drop, the one small drop you put in the ocean, never get finished, never get finished. So until the ocean complete, finishes, into that, the drop that you put in the ocean never get finished. You see. So if you dedicate marriage to achieve enlightenment, for sentient beings, to achieve enlightenment for sentient beings. So like that, dedicate to achieve enlightenment, then see it's like one drop. Amount of what you have is one drop, even small merit, but you dedicate to enlightenment, it's like the small drop in the ocean. Until the ocean finishes, the drop is always there and never finishes. So it becomes inexhaustible, see, like that. If you dedicate, even the merit, what you have collected, very small, but you see, dedicate to achieve enlightenment. So that, so this, it is mentioned that it is the merits, I think, not merits not dedicated to achieving enlightenment, not dedicated to achieving enlightenment. This is the liberation. The merit that I don't remember. I have to check. But merit not dedicated to achieving enlightenment. Then see, see, it's like the banana. Like the water tree, it says water tree, water tree is a trunk. See, it gives fruit one time, and that's it. But here, the merit what you dedicate to achieving enlightenment, you see, then become unceasing. Then you can enjoy the result. You can enjoy the result after enlightenment. So you can enjoy the result forever. You see the after enlightenment, and not only that, and then you see forever you can enjoy the result. See, so so all the limitless qualities is like limitless skies of qualities of the Buddha's holy body, holy spiritual mind. You see, so what you call merit, if you dedicate, even the merit is very small, if you dedicate to achieve enlightenment, is so they become cause to achieve limitless skies of the quality of the holy body, holy spiritual mind. So of the Buddha. So that you can imagine that without without any say conceptual mind, then you see work say simultaneously, spontaneously, you see, spontaneously, you see, manifest numberless forms with the body, spirit, mind, and the and the work for sentient beings. You see, numberless sentient beings, until everyone brought to enlightenment. So naturally, spontaneously, see, or with an effort, see. So then manifest according to karma, just manifest according to karma, and until everyone brought to enlightenment. So like that, can imagine. So the limitless skies of say the benefit, benefit the sentient being, each for each and every single sentient being, like that, for each and every single sentient being. Can imagine. So so even the merit is very small, if you dedicate to achieving enlightenment, so like it causes a result like this. In the like limited skies, the infinite benefits that. So what achieve this, and the so Judge Pawanga, the Jinbo said that you see, So still, if you get angry, so if the marriage is not dedicated to achieving enlightenment, then you see if you get angry, heresy, you see, the marriage get destroyed. So like burned rice, the burned rice cannot grow. You see, so that cannot grow. You see, so burned rice. You see, the marriage makes completely unfunctionable. See, they cannot produce a result of happiness. You see, so. But if you dedicate the marriage to achieving enlightenment, slowly it harms. If you don't protect your mind, if you don't practice patience and compassion for this in daily life, if you don't use meditation to protect your mind, and then his anger rises, and then can destroy. Still the undedicated ones to achieving, not dedicated to achieving, they get destroyed. You see, and then completely the marriage, even the marriage dedicated to achieving enlightenment, slowly destroys, slowly harms, slowly destroys, but cannot destroy completely. So Judge Papanga Dijinbo said that out of the Liberation Party, said that like the trucks, what I did that to see gave kind of this example, but I think I'm not mentioned. I don't remember what I mentioned. I don't remember exactly trucks I mentioned that, not but anyway, so, for example, many trucks come and take stones away from the mountains. See, so much. You see, but still, the mountain is still there. So like that. So you see, the marriage become weaker. So after I had to say, if you don't protect your mind, you're allowed to rise here. Anger. See, slowly. Slowly it harms. It cannot destroy complete all the marriage, but it still harms. So she become weaker. So that's what mentioned. So therefore, if the heresy anger rises, unable to harm, destroy your marriage, dedicated to achieving enlightenment, then you need to steal by emptiness. So that's why when I dedicate marriage, whether you are able to maintain emptiness or not, but actually use the way, you actually try to use the word emptiness, you see, to see, to somehow try to think emptiness, okay, to see by sealing the emptiness. So, if you seal with emptiness when dedicate marriage, so the latter heresy anger rises cannot destroy the marriage completely. Cannot destroy them, cannot weaken the, cannot make weaker the marriage. It's smaller, so you cannot destroy. See, so Jabjikita explained that why, if you seal with emptiness, so when you dedicate marriage, why the marriage dedicated to achieving enlightenment already, why cannot be destroyed? Why cannot make weaker? If you seal when you do the dedication, dedicate marriage to achieving enlightenment, if you seal with emptiness. So Rinpoche said that because what eliminate the root of suffering, ignorance, is by the emptiness. It's by the wisdom realizing emptiness. You see, the root of all the suffering, the ignorance is a concept. Ignorance, believing truly existence. See, so what eliminate that is by the wisdom realizing emptiness. So because of that. Then when you dedicate marriage to achieving enlightenment, you seal with emptiness, and then you cannot. Then later, even the heresy arises, cannot destroy the marriage, cannot make weaker. Okay, so that's why at the end dedication, see, using the dependent arising or the emptiness. You see, So how you were to feel it's empty, do not exist from its own side. So this is to get that idea. So that okay. So so that so that yes, we've been, of course, we're dedicated to achieving enlightenment. You see, Gewadi, also we recite Gewadi. But you see, of course, but you have to know, why important to seal with the emptiness. Why you have to meditate, why when you dedicate meditation, why you have to seal it with the emptiness. That's very important to understand that reason. So that. So, so so generally say so here now here then comes one must know now here you understand why so even for protecting your merits, how important to practice patience, how important to practice compassion to other sentient beings instead of getting angry. You see, so here, so even here, you see, protect your merits. But it doesn't mean, you see, I mean, we are Buddhists, you see, try to practice Dharma, but not necessarily everything, because we don't have realization, you see, we don't have realization first, Dharma. The first Dharma, you see, the renunciation to this life, the mind totally free from attachment to this life. You see, totally free from attachment to this life. Overcome that, it will Dharma overcome that. You see, didn't happen. So the so so you see, so see, see, like must ask us to see, do not have that first Dharma. So therefore, yeah, so do not have even the first, you do not have even that realization is that the first Dharma. Then there's no Dharma or renunciation of the future life samsara, doesn't have that, and no realization bodhicitta, no realization emptiness. So so mind is overwhelmed, mind is all like waterfall. You see, mind is has always controlled by delusion, karma, constantly. You see, delusion. You see, the ignorance, anger, attachment, jealous, mind, pride, of all many. You see, delusions of the mind is under control of delusions. Always controlled forcefully. So powerful is that. So this is how we live the life, and. So, so very little that the mind, uncontaminated, just say, virtue thought rising, non-attachment, non-anger, non-anger, so that you see, and then during the action, so you see that become real pure Dharma. It's rare. So everything what we do not necessarily become Dharma. So the even meant to practice Dharma, but not necessarily become Dharma. So you see the very rare the virtue. So you see the so that so. Yeah, so the marriage, what we marriage in the daily life, what we collect is very little. The non-virtues are unbelievable. Most time what we do, what happens. So then then you see even that even that little merit, whatever collect, is able to even did happen, But then sooner or later, because you're not practicing patience, not practicing compassion to others, and then sooner or later, about looking at somebody. I mean, it's, where the person speaks to you, or where the person think of you, or the person will look at you, or something, whatever, see them, then anger, just suddenly anger rises, and anger rises. And also, sometimes maybe they also heresy towards guru or towards there's very much possibility towards guru. Then also dharma, Buddha's teachings. So you see, then there's also ill will, which harms the marriage, which weakens the marriage, harms the marriage. Also ill will also, So the mention was here. Don't remember the pride. Was it Max last marriage now? But yeah. So however, the main thing, the anger, and the heresy. So, so you see, even that we did become some small virtue, you see, by trying by hard, even that get destroyed. Sooner or later, get destroyed. You see, by the heresy, anger, you see, blown away. So, yeah, so then you have no result, happiness. Result happiness. You see, to enjoy. That's nothing. So like that. So, so then you see, even dedicated to achieving enlightenment, even that is done, but not practicing patience and the compassion for the anger rises. Anger rises often. You see, again. You see, sooner or later anger rises, and then you see they become weaker. So like that. You see. So therefore, so there might be reasons that even though you see one in the life we did lots of retreat or a lot of many 100,000 processions or whatever you see, did a lot of preliminary practice or the retreat or things that you see, but it's still you see, but the mind is still empty. Nothing happening. Like empty house. You see there. Like say what you call the so like what is called that one? Haunted, huh? From Gabon, you come down. Gabon, you come down, and then I don't know what's called that one. You come down, not about the Stupa, but a little bit more down, Chabal, I think Chabal. Come down, then from there, when you turn towards to Kathmandu, you see, there's one house. There's one house on the field, totally empty, door, windows. I think it's the house is built. But it's full of spirits, full of spirits living there, full of spirits, it's really you kind of nobody stays there, windows, but totally empty. So there's a spirit, living there, spirit. So a lot of spirits in there, in the house. That is it. So haunted house. So anyway, so haunted house, so haunted mind. Haunted house, haunted mind, with lots of delusion, spirit, haunted mind. So anyway, however, what is that? Yeah. So see, so so a lot of practice, retreat, this and that, but there's still nothing happening. Mind is still totally empty, like haunted house, like that. It's because that's you see, because if you check, you see, even so did a lot of practice like that, but didn't really practice patience in those. Didn't really pay attention to those, the say lamrim or this is this parameter, practice this parameters, patience, so forth. This develop compassion to the sentient being. You see, who harm you. See whom you. Whose actions you are believing, you interpret, you are believing harm to you, see. So you then practice compassion, see, patience, see. So things like that, you see. So the anger rises often, Anger comes suddenly, you see. Then you see, suddenly become crazy. See, so you know your body filled with the anger, sort of that. See, so 12 minutes, your face, everything change. You see, kind of body become heavy, sort of that. You see, so, when the anger rises, then even physically nice, you know. But when the anger took place, oh, very terrifying. That person became very terrifying. Anybody who see them terrifying. When there's no anger, nice, you know, very nice. But once the anger came, oh, it's very terrifying. It becomes so. So however, see. So here, yeah. So there's nothing happening, no realization, nothing happening. Is because this, you see, didn't project everyday life with your mind. You see, so the ultimate marriage, even though you collect some, marriage, you see, destroyed again destroyed. So well, one must know that. One must think that. So see, so even did a lot of practices, retreat, but blown away all the merits. You see. So that you see. So that by rising anger towards the guru, but that's the heaviest one. That's the most heaviest one. You see, for you who is not bodhisattva get angry to a bodhisattva. Get angry to a bodhisattva. So see. If you get angry to a bodhisattva once for 1 second, then it destroys. You see in the bodhicharya avatar, Gaba Tongdo Sakbai Jindan Teche Choloso. Kiji Kase Jindan Teche Choloso. Kiji Chigi Jombache. So Gaba Tongdo Sakbai Jindan Teche Choloso. So marriage collected, you see, marriage collected, having made charity and the made offering to going to the bliss one, Miss Buddha. Having marriage collected by having made charity, the same thing means, okay? And then they said made offering to going to the bliss one, Buddha. For how many years? For 1,000 years. Get all that get destroyed in 1 second. All that get destroyed in 1 second. 1 second get destroyed. Oh, I have to remember this one. So you who is not bodhisattva, get angry to a bodhisattva. Get angry to bodhisattva. Then you see that your marriage collected so much charity and so much what you have done for sentient beings, and you see made offering the Buddhas so much for 1,000 years get destroyed in 1 second, gone. I have to remember that. So we shouldn't live out, kind of like not important or some like dust in the carpet or something. This is not important. So shouldn't left out. Oh, this is very important to remember. Very important in the daily life. Is very important subject to pay attention. You see. To be most careful. So this is only to the bodhisattva. You who is not bodhisattva, get angry to 1 second to bodhisattva. Oh, this is one marriage you have collected by making over the Buddhas and with the sentient beings by helping them. Collected for 1,000 years, get destroyed in 1 second. So now here, then the numberless Buddhas, then here, numberless Buddhas, one Buddha is more powerful than the karma, you see, harm or positive action, making offering or prostitution or praise, or you see. So positive action or negative action, you see, what you do to the Buddha is much more powerful, unbelievable, much more powerful than numberless Buddhas. Then what you have done, then you have done the harm that you have done to numberless Bodhisattvas, you see. To one Buddha, see, for example, getting angry to one Buddha for 1 second, unbelievable, much more harmful than destroying your marriage. Then you see, then you get angry to a Buddha, then you get angry to a numberless Bodhisattvas. So like that, you see, can you imagine, you know, one Buddha is more powerful than numberless Bodhisattvas. So. For example, if you look at the Bodhisattva with the calm devotional, calm mind, you see, if you look at the Bodhisattva with the calm mind, you see, then you collect merit, having met charity your eyeballs to numberless desire realm beings. Numberless desire realm beings and numberless desire realm beings, and numberless form realm beings, numberless formless realm beings. See, you may eyeball charity to numberless desire realm beings, numberless numberless formless realm beings. You see, you may charity your eyeballs to them. See, as you collect more merit. You see, by looking with the calm mind to Bodhisattva. You see, so that okay. So this is, can you imagine how, you know, the bodhicitta, you see, to that, yeah, so powerful, you know, look at it with the calm mind, you know, the person's mind, you see, that how much power the measure, see. So now, if you look at the Bodhisattva, with you see, by peering mind, peering mind, is that correct? What? Glaring. Oh, how do you do glaring? How do you do this? No, that's not glaring. That you are hiding your eyes. Not glaring. When you are, I think, angry, when you're angry or something, then you look at it like, you know, like this, you know, you show white, huh? What's that? Hostile grats. Hostile grats. Hostile glance. Huh? Huh? Never heard that. How is it? How do you do? Not peeing. Huh? Huh? Doesn't have negative. Doesn't have negative. Feeling, I think, is like that. Huh? Clearing. Yeah, and basically, the negative way looking. So when you're angry, normally when you're angry, you know, you look like this, you know, kind of white. So, you know, when you're unhappy or angry. But you look at that only when you're angry or other times? Huh? Angry, only angry. Huh? What? Only angry. Not with the pride, not with the attachment, ignorance. Anyway, so joking. Anyway, so the so that what do you how to say? Anyway, so that one. Anyway, that one. So you see, if you to a Bodhisattva, if you look at that way, respectful manner, see that disrespectful manner. Then you see, if you do that, and then you see, then you collect more heavy karma. Then you take the eyeballs of the numberless desire realm beings and numberless form realm beings, numberless form. It is said three. It is said it text says three realms. It's giving an idea of how heavy karma is. Of course, formless realm doesn't have physical. Formless realm doesn't have physical body, so there's no physical eye. But it's giving an idea of how heavy the karma is. Like you took the eyeballs of every desire realm, every form realm, every formless realm, like that. You see, kind of. So the karma is unbelievable, much more heavier. So now here you look at anger to Buddha. Can you imagine? Wow. Buddha is more powerful than numberless Buddhas. Okay, so now can imagine how that. Now then the one guru is one guru. See, even one has taken like three syllables or some with the recognition guru disciple you to all transmission even like 3 syllables or a few syllables teachings all transmission. You see, so that guru see. So whoever is, then that person become the most powerful one in your life. Then numberless Buddhas, more powerful than numberless Buddhas. Okay, so therefore, now here Buddha, one guru is most powerful than numberless Buddhas. Can you imagine? So, can you imagine the 1 second get angry, 1 minute? I mean, 1 second get angry to the guru. I can imagine rising heresy, anger. Can you imagine how that is? Most frightening. You see there. So now think how much merit if you get angry to 1 second to you who is not Bodhisattva getting to Bodhisattva once 1,000 even 1,000 even karma, no 1,000 even good karma. I mean the virtue get destroyed. In 1 second. See, 1 second get destroyed. Okay, so now here between there's a Buddha, then there's a guru. So that's mentioned Lama Chamo. You see, in the Bodhisattva mentioned that. So therefore, that means now then the Buddha, then there's a guru. You see, so can you imagine most unimaginable. So even how many would destroy the merit will be destroyed. So you see, what I mentioned about the Chapatara and the Madhyamika subject, see. So like that, see. So you see. So then you see there what is mentioned there is that even get angry to 1 second there, see. Then in the Lamrim it says that when you meditate on the shortcomings, are the made mistake in the devoted guru. See then this for example rising anger for 1 second to guru, then the 1 eon how many seconds one get angry, then that when heresy anger, you see how many seconds rises, then to the guru, then that many number of eons. That means number of eons. You see, that means number of eons. They get upon the narak, and then they say experience suffering. So it's mentioned that. So actually, No, yeah. So when you angry to when you get angry to Bodhisattva, who is not Bodhisattva get angry to Bodhisattva, 1,000 eons. Getting angry 1 second, here is anger. 1,000 eons of virtue get destroyed. You see. So then that means then there's Buddha, then the Guru. You see. So then 1 second anger to the Guru. You see. So most unimaginable. Or most unimaginable number of eons, number of thousands of eons. See? Most unimaginable number of thousands of eons. I don't know. Maybe 100,000 eons or the million eons. How you say something unbelievable made it get destroyed. You see, according to that quotation, that. So, but in the Lamrim, when you meditate, they go to meditation in the 8 shortcomings. You see, they making mistake, made a mistake. Devoting Guru, see, they rising anger for 1 second. Then you see, how many seconds one get angry and heresies, and that many number of eons. That many number of eons, the merits get destroyed. There are a number of eons merits get destroyed, and there are a number of eons you be in the lower realm, in the hell realm. So mention that. See. So these two become elusive contradictory, and what was mentioned about the chapter and but in Lamrim Chenmo, Lama has also mentioned Lamrim Chenmo. But then the section Guru, you see, if you, how many number of seconds you get angry heresy, then a number of eons the merits get destroyed, and then a number of eons one has to be in the lower realm, in hell realm. So there's some you see, some contradictory so there. So how so even by following this, you see, even by following this, can you imagine by following this, say, so the so duration like this, one young person say what do you call fingers snapping finger, you see. Then according to the lower schools, the biological school, it's counted as 65 65 seconds, counted as 65 seconds. But according to Mahayana, it is counted 360 seconds. It is counted 360 seconds. It's counted as a duration. This. So then, moments, Sakichik moment, not second. Moment is longer or second is longer? Seconds are the clock. I see. Some moments, okay. So moment is shortest. Then when we say Then we say at the moment, the stupa is, built this much. It came up this much, but it's a long time. Huh? At the moment we're here. At the moment we're in the tent. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, it's a Kijima. So Kijima, the Tibetan Kijima. The clock is tak 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 like this, but this is a little bit longer than the clock. Tak 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 tak. Yeah, maybe slight longer. No? Yeah, this is slightly longer than the clock. What? Yes. Yeah. Right. So it's an instant. Huh? So anyway, divided in the 65. From the law school, the Mahayana 360 parts. 360 parts. That's divided. You see. So anyway, so here talking Kechik is that. This Kechik is, you see, according to law school with duration 65 Kechik, but here Mahayana 360 the parts. You see. So the Kechik is one of those. Kechik is just one of those. Can you imagine? Kechik is one of those. So something unbelievably short. You see. So then you see. So they're going to Lama outline. There'll be short. That's a mistake made in the devoting the virtual friend. This is angry heresy. So then you see, according that many that many cages, then you see how many cages you get angry heresy. Then you see that many number of eons. Marriage get destroyed, and then held in. You see, mention that. So that's becomes very controversial. Doesn't fit with the what. But you get angry. You know who's not Bodhisattva. Get angry Bodhisattva. Or second. You see, yeah. So one of those very small part. You see, duration of this. So the angry Bodhisattva. Who's Bodhisattva, then 1,000 eons of marriage get destroyed. See, mentioned that in one second. So mentioned Bodhisattva and also Lama music by Lama. So according to that, then is the Buddha, then is Guru. Wow, unimaginable numbers of maybe 100,000 or million of the eons will be destroyed. You see the marriage. So according to that, So that's yeah. So something to be need to be analyzed, and so so see. So this is it. So now here, even just by following the what's mentioned, the 8 shortcomings, this the mistake made devoting to trust the Guru. See. So that arising health anger, you see, even just that would mention that how many Kechik, you could say arise health anger. There many eons get destroyed, get reborn, and the health element. See, so can you imagine? So within this, there's 360 those parts. You see, so that means 300 eons, 300 eons, 360 eons. One has to be in the law rhythm and the health rhythm, and that much merit, 360 eons of merit get destroyed, and that much length of time eons has been held in them. But that's only two. The other one, the third one, you have to understand the third one. The realizations get delayed. If you're going to realize the emptiness of bodhicitta tomorrow, then you see tonight, or after tea, or during the tea, okay? So you're going to exercise bodhicitta during the tea, while you drink the tea, okay, while you're going through the tea, the mark, okay? So anyway, so it get delayed. How long? Oh, 360 eons realization get delayed. So there are three things. The shortcomings, there are three things. You see, how many seconds of the kitchen, and you see heresy rises to the guru. So you see, so the 360 eons. Then the third one is realization get delayed. Like this. So therefore, so same with the Bodhisattva. So they mentioned that then 1,000 eons, then the same. You see, 1,000 eons is the realization get delayed. Not only lower realm, not only the 1,000 eons of merit get destroyed, lower realm in the hell realm suffer, but then the third one is realization get delayed for 1,000 years, you see, like that. So anyway, so that's even the first one. You see, by following that, can't imagine, just can't imagine, So you see, so even this world finished. Even this world, totally, there's only space left. Even this world completely finished. You see, no earth left, only space left. So usually it lasts for 1,000, it lasts for one great eon, one great eon. Then you see, the evolution of great eon, how long the world lasts, one great eon, how long it takes time to finish the world, from the desired realms. So they see, from the Deva's realms, goes down to the hell, you see, finishing this world, you see. So the one great eon text. So even so, this earth is totally finished, totally finished. But your karma in the hell is not finished. Then you go to reborn another universe, another world, hell. You see, hell realm, you see. Like that experience suffering, see. So that so therefore you see, here my conclusion is so therefore Lama Tsongkhapa is so skillful that he brings the good devotion at the beginning. The others is the good devotion that comes after samsara, I think, the refuge of samsara. The good devotion, see. But here Lama Tsongkhapa brings the good devotion at the very beginning, before starting the beginning of the path to enlightenment, the perfect image, but before the good devotion, very first. So see, so make very clear about that. The how to correctly devote first friend, make very clear that. See, then you don't make mistake from very beginning. Then you see, you train your mind. From the gradual path of logical, middle level, the high level. See, so there's the cause vehicle and result vehicle and time to then you achieve enlightenment. So then you know how to practice the path. You know how to practice the path, how to follow the path of enlightenment is correctly. See, so with the root of the path, from the root of the path, the good devotion. You see, so that you see. So while Lama Tsongkhapa brought the good devotion became extremely, almost unbelievable essential to stop the heavy snake karma, to understand, to stop that. So that's why it's called root of the path. So without that, you see, then then you see create many heavy obstacles can't achieve realization. See? So then life become kind of mess. Life become like that, like a life become like garbage or like a septic tank. So total mess. Complete mess. Then even this life filled so many things, so many problems. Wow, Then this is the most unbelievable, terrifying karmic appearance. Die. So that through the Lord. So therefore, so therefore, in our daily life, practicing patience, see, of course, to good versions. Can imagine now you can see how it's the most important thing. To protect yourself, and for successful realization to enlightenment, but all the happiness, even the happiness in this life, or success, even that. So then when that is good, when you're able to good, then all the success comes, all the so spontaneously, so spontaneously comes. Everything, you see, or more than what you wish, you see, everything, you see it happens to your life. It's so future happiness, then the enlightenment of that. So then, I said that, of course, then you see with the sentient beings, their patience and compassion really need to use their daily life. You see, you have to really pay attention to that. So otherwise, what I mentioned before, see, So do so many things, but nothing happened in the mind. So why is it like that? They could understand here. So because these things not have practice patience, compassion, and devotion to Guru. See, so then they see has heresy, anger rushes, so easily, and to control the mind just like that. Then you see, if one practice, if one pay attention and practice, then gradually the anger become anger doesn't rise, more rare to rise anger, more rare to rise anger, more difficult to rise anger, and then you see, then after some years, if the anger rises, but a very short time like that, the anger rises, then gone. You see, so then like that, you see how the then later no anger rising. The mind is well trained patience. You see, so those positive thoughts. You see, so that sorry. 자, 나게 예사베 교와디 든 로와군라 된당 로와군라 강변당 개발하지 졸로상 타바이 덴베닝보 ren도 사즈로 바자마르랄레제닌데 젠바데 산제징도 미데아부아예 드가남다 자와조 Mandala Ganaya. Did all the past, present, future merits, credited by one's three-time merits, credited by numberless sentient Buddhas, made the bodhicitta be actualized with those hard ones, family members, all the sentient connection to you, in their hearts, and in the hearts of all the students, and all the benefactors, the projections, the centers, the organization, and all those who served the organization in the past and who are serving now. Then the hearts of everybody, in the hearts of everybody in this world, and the hearts of all the sentient beings without living. Second, in his heart, Buddhism made to increase. Changjo semjo rinpoche maje panam jejuraje java nyamba meba ye gone gondo pe ojo. Jizo the past, marriage, teacher marriage, and there was empty from inside, but I was empty from the side. It is the Buddha's enlightenment, which is also empty from its own side. Lead all the sentient beings who are empty from their own side, and to that Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment, which is also empty from its own side, by myself alone, who is also empty from its own side.